What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is your review for Big Brother, Celebrity Big Brother Season 3, Episode 14. So, it's double eviction night. We knew it was coming. We knew we were going to have one before it was over with. Todd and Lamar on the block. And basically, at this point, Todd is realizing, dang, we should have got them out of here. They have too much power. Todrick is basically getting on everybody's nerves. And everybody is realizing that they waited too little too late to make moves. Now listen, I know that people have been coming for Todrick, and I know a lot has been said about Mr. Todrick Hall and his attitude and how he's doing things. But listen, he came to play. And he's been playing the game since he walked in the door. My biggest criticism with this season of Celebrity Big Brother is there's just too many people that didn't know how to play Big Brother. So when you have 2 or 3 people who know how to play the game, and then you got 6 people who have no idea how to play the game, it's going to be a problem. Anyway, this ain't going to take long. So, they get ready to play for Power of Veto, and Todd and Lamar have really created this bond, and they're really, they really have like this, they really care about each other. Neither one of them wants the other one to go home, but they understand. And Todd tells Lamar, listen, if you win the Power of Veto, use it. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about saving me. I want you to use it. And vice versa, right? So the veto game, in the spirit of the Winter Olympics, they have this whole luge competition where they have to, get on top of a luge and ride down, and whoever gets there the fastest within the allotted time, they win. Listen, let me tell you something, Big Brother. Don't you ever again make Todd Bridges put on that onesie, that unitard. Listen, he looked like a whole stuffed sausage. And that ain't his fault. That is not his fault. Okay? But with all of that, he won. Him and Todrick, first it was Misha and Cynthia went head to head. We know Cynthia got eliminated, child. Then Todrick and Todd went head to head, and Todd beat Todrick. And of course, he just couldn't believe that he lost to Todd Bridges, right? Then we had Lamar and Misha go head to head, and Misha won, but it was like a second. Like it was within a second. And then Misha and Todd went head to head, and Todd won the veto. And of course, he's going to save himself. Now, here's the funny thing. Ultimately, Cynthia really needed to win that veto. Like, Todd winning the veto and Lamar winning the veto, yeah, of course they could save themselves, but ultimately the person that needed to win that veto was Cynthia, so she could take one of them off the block, save herself, and then they would have the number to vote out. So they could have put Todrick up against Lamar, and then Todd and Cynthia get to vote Todrick out. You see what I'm saying? I know y'all know what I'm saying. But of course, that didn't happen. Todd saves himself, and Todd tells Todrick point blank, if I win HOH, I'm putting you and Misha up. Like, that's it, that's all. Because Todd's thing was, listen, I get it, it's a game, and the numbers are getting slim. I just wish he had come to me. Like, if he could have come to me and just said, hey, this is what it is, this is the game, we putting you up. But, I just feel like people have these unrealistic expectations of what somebody should do for them. Like, does nobody need to tell you going up on the block? Like, whatever. Anyway, like I said, Todd, you thought you was in the alliance the whole time, and it was never about you. You were just a number. Same thing with Lamar. You were just a number for their side. They never was really serious about you being in their alliance, and unfortunately, you realized it too little too late. Because Todd actually is good at this game. He just waited a little long to turn it up, and I think that might have been part of his strategy, is to not make waves too early. But again, this is an abbreviated season. We don't have the same time as we would for a normal Big Brother competition. So, like, you don't have 13 weeks. You had 2. So, anyway. Or 3, or however long they've been there. A month, whatever it was. Anyway. So, because it's a double elimination, Lamar gets voted out. Because Cynthia, of course, goes up after Todd brings himself down. But Lamar gets voted out. And he tells Julie Chen that he missed Chloe. And that him and Todd got cool because they both have a lot in common as far as their past is concerned. That's it. So it's a double elimination, so we immediately get into the head of household competition, which is a game where they have the movie posters and they have to figure out which movie based on the description of the movie. Um, it was close. It went back and forth, but ultimately, Misha is the winner. Misha wins Head of Household, and of course, Misha puts up Cynthia and Todd. So again, one of them has to win the power veto in order to save themselves. The POV game was one of those games where they have to figure out what day an event happened, and then they had to roll their little ball down and put their ball in the right hole or closest to the day that that event happened. And Todd absolutely sucked at this game. Todd, again, as a super fan, you knew this game was coming. You know that this is part, at some point in the competition, you need to know events and orders. Now, usually this is something that always comes up in that final head of household competition when they usually do like a 3-parter, but you knew it was coming. Either way, at the end of it all, Misha won POV. Either way, Misha or Todrick won. It don't even matter at this point. And so of course Cynthia and Todd go up, and well, they kept the noms the same, excuse me. And Todd Bridges gets voted out. Listen, I would love to have seen any one of the scenarios that they needed to happen over the last couple of competitions that would have actually put some pressure on Todrick and Misha. But the reality is there has been absolutely no pressure put on Todrick and Misha for a minute. Ever since they were able to flip the house against Shayna, it has been smooth sailing. Had Cynthia and Carson stuck to their first mind and got rid of Misha or Todrick, this whole game would have been different. But I said it when it happened. I said that is the move of the season. That is what gets Todrick to the final. And really if people vote based on gameplay and not on emotion, that really is what should win Todrick this game. Honestly, if he gets to the final 2, that is what wins Todrick. When he was able to flip that house, when him and Misha's back was against the wall and turn the whole house against Shayna, that was it. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. The season finale was tonight. I'm going to go ahead and watch it and put it up because I know if I don't, it's going to be all over social media and the end is going to be ruined for me. The double elimination was ruined for me. I already knew what happened before I watched it. So I'm going to watch it now. Talk to y'all later. Peace.